Hey guys, welcome back. We've got some special rifles out on the bench today, something I've been trying to get a hold of for quite a while. So this review is kind of a month in the making. I want to take a quick second to give Nick out at Diamondback a shout out, but today we're going to be taking a look at the DB10 series of rifles. And not just one, but we've got two of them. We've got their FDE 20-inch model in 6.5 Creed, and then we've also got their 18-inch model black in 308 Winchester. I'm going to go over just the general specs on each of these rifles to kind of give you guys an idea of what they're all about, what they come with, what they don't. And then we'll take a look at some accuracy. We'll go over the fave points, take a look at functionality, accuracy, and the overall value of the rifles. But just starting out, I know the one that everybody's probably the most interested in is going to be the FDE 20-inch model. These come with a 20-inch fluted stainless barrel. Both of these rifles are using Diamondback's muzzle brake. And I have to say, fellas, the muzzle brake works exceptionally well unless you're standing next to it or directly behind it. It is very concussive and it is very loud, but it works. The buddy that I was shooting with definitely got his ears rang a little bit, even wearing ear pro. So definitely be mindful of the shooters next to you or your buddy next to you shooting. But overall, Diamondback did a great job on designing the muzzle brake. It works exceptionally well. The 20-inch barrel in this is a rifle length gas system. The shooting is very, very smooth. I didn't notice any, jarring or anything like that at all. It is a very, very smooth shooting rifle. To go into the specs of it itself, got kind of my spec sheet here so I don't miss anything. But like I said, this one's in 6.5 Creed, 1-in-8 twist, stainless fluted barrel, rifle length gas system. The bolt carrier group is using DPMS style barrel extension. It's got a high pressure firing pin in it, which is what you want with the 6.5 Creed. It is black nitrided. The overall feel of it, it is put together really, really well. The stock that this one is using the Fab Defense stock along with their grip. The stock I really didn't have a problem with. It's very, very tactile. It comes with ambi sling swivels, QD swing swivels, which is really nice. I will say, again, manufacturers, if you guys watch these videos, give a guy a sling attachment on the forend so he doesn't have to source one. It's kind of, a moot point if you give us one on the butt stock, but you don't have anything up here and we've got to source extra stuff. Just a thought, something that's not going to cost a lot of extra into the rifle, but means a lot as a shooter for something else you don't have to get at the time of purchase. But kind of moving forward, the rail is a Diamondback rail. This is in FDE Cerakote. This is using a 15-inch M-LOK rail, and guys, it is nice. It's very, very trim, very slim. It's easy to grasp. M-LOK feature, as I said, take all of your M-LOK accessories, also very nice. The grip and the stock, like I mentioned in Fab Defense, I've never used any of their stuff before. The stock I really like. It did take me a little bit of getting used to on the grip. It is very tactile, which I like, especially shooting for precision, so your hand's got a really stable point. But overall, no complaints there at all. The trigger. Now, you got to understand the price points of these rifles. Even the FDE Cerakote, you're looking at $1,000. So, you're getting a lot of rifle for the money. The trigger, on the other hand, is not that great, fellas. It does the job. It makes the gun go boom, but it is very heavy and very long. The reset is not too bad if you're concerned with that sort of thing, but overall, for what you're getting, it's fine. It's definitely something that you can upgrade later on down the road, and that goes the same for the black rifle too in 308. It's not something that you're going to have to be stuck with, so you can definitely put a drop-in trigger at some point and really get the accuracy to come into it. These rifles do come with a 5 and a 20 round magazine. Now this one here, it come with a 5-round metal mag and a 20-round P mag. So I don't know if all of them ship like that, but that's what this one came with. The black one, on the other hand, it came with 2 20-round P mags. So I guess they're giving you a 5-round because thinking most people and most guys is going to want to shoot off a bench or maybe hunting applications where you can't have the 20-round capacity. So that definitely makes sense. It's definitely something to to consider. I will say the rifle itself is extremely heavy. I probably would not recommend it for hunting. unless you're going to be at a stationary point. I definitely would not want to be toting this thing around the woods for very long. This thing is a little over 9 pounds without optic and without magazine or any accessories. So I mean, it's a chunk, but you know, come with that comes, you know, in my opinion, a very well put together rifle. Moving on to the 308, as I said, this one is going to be using an 18-inch stainless fluted, and this one's going to be in a mid-length gas system. Okay, the 1 in 10 twist is pretty standard for your 308 offerings. I prefer it because I like to shoot in, you know, in the 160 grain range projectile, so it definitely did that. The same DPMS style extension, nitride or melanite coated bolt carrier, high pressure firing pin on this. This one also is using the same style of fore-end handguard as the Creedmoor version, but in black. And I have to say, I am really impressed with the handguard selections of what Diamondback done. A lot of times you get into manufacturer specific items and they're kind of you know, but these are really, really well put together and really well thought out. Extremely trim, very useful mounting slots. So I'm pretty impressed. This one, as I said, 1 in 10 twist. The stock and the grip, this one comes with a hex grip, and the stock, which I had never heard about. I had to print this off just to find out what kind of stock it was. But this is a adaptive tactical adjustable stock. When we get into accuracy, I'll go into a little bit more on this, but it feels really good. I actually ran and gunned this rifle just to kind of get an idea and a feel for it. But this rifle itself is over 8 pounds naked. So no optic, no mag, no nothing, is almost 9 pounds. So I mean, it is also a chunk. But I have to say, guys, it is exceptionally well put together. Now, functionality. The only issues that I had out of, gosh, I guess it's been a little over a month worth of testing. The Creedmoor has got, I want to say, right around 300 rounds and about 350 for the 308. Now on the Creedmoor, I had some failures to extract, and that was using, believe it or not, the Hornady American Gunner, which I've shot a lot of this ammo in not just Creedmoor, but in other calibers as well. I've shot a lot of it in 223. Never had a minute's trouble out of any of it, but for whatever the reason, I had, oh gosh, probably 5 or 6 failures to extract in those rounds fired out of the Creedmoor. Now on the black, the 308 version, it was 100% out of the box, didn't know nothing to it other than pull the trigger. And that was using a mixture of Federal, Hornady, even some Fiocchi. I even shot some steel case through it. Sorry, Diamondback. Just a host of different ammos, and I mean, it chunked through all of it without a hitch. And I will say, I did try 2 different magazines. I tried a steel magazine, a DPMS mag, as well as a PMag, and they both had that failure to extract with that American Gunner. Now, with that said, I shot, you know, the Winchester match. I shot some Winchester Deer XP ammo, and as well as some Remington hunting loads, and everything else functioned fine. So I don't know what it is or what it was about that American Gunner, but it just did not like it very well at all. Overall, as far as functionality on this rifle, it was flawless, other than those failures to extract. And like I said, on the black rifle, it was 100% out of the box. I didn't do nothing to it. Now, caveat with both of them, after I did take them out of the box, I did check the bores to make sure they were free. But other than that, they were fired the way that they were sent to me. So that says a lot about, you know, the quality of product they're sending out, because I don't really test the failures to extract to the gun because it shot everything else. So for whatever the reason, you know, guns and barrels are like a lot of people, you know, they're all different. So I can't really fault them on that. But the accuracy, I'm going to go ahead, and I've got a number of targets I want to show you guys and a lot of talking points on that. But I'm going to pause the camera and get you guys over there, and we'll take a look. All right, guys, let's get the Glock 26 out of the way here, and let's take a look at the 6.5. All right, now this target here, I just grabbed a few targets from each of the guns that I'd kept and go over a little bit of the accuracy that I seen with both of them. This was 110 yards, the DB10 6.5 Creed, and here is that American Gunner ammo shooting into about 1.5 inches. You know, that's not great. This was also American Gunner. I forgot to write it down, but I'm pretty sure that that was me. The Federal Gold Medal match, the 130 grain Burger, it didn't shoot bad. It didn't shoot great. A little bit of horizontal stringing. I think, honestly, guys, a trigger upgrade would do both of those rifles night and day difference in accuracy. But overall, here's another 130 grain Burger. I mean, that's about, what, little over 2 inches maybe, right at. And there's that Winchester. As you guys know, if you watch the channel, this is my favorite Creedmoor load to date. And as you can see, that's why. I mean, it shoots really well, really well. So that's right at about 1 inch. Next one here is same DB10 6.5 Creed, 210 yards. I had a sider up there. There's a Winchester. If I could shoot a rifle worth a dang, that's probably a pretty good group. Here's a few shots with that American Gunner. That's, not too great. Here is the Burger, the Federal Gold Medal match, 130 grain Burger OTM. That's not bad. That's 210 yards. I mean, that's not bad. That's about 2.5 inches. Here's that Deer Season XP, that hunting load. So we got one there, one there, one there. I mean, that's about a 3-inch group. Definitely hunting accurate, that is for sure. Here is the same rifle, the DB10 6.5 Creed at 275. Had a sider up there. Here's American Gunner. I was having some issues. It kept throwing around. I can't say that that's not me. I mean, it was really hard, I won't lie, to get used to that trigger pull. So that very well could be me, just trying to get used to the trigger. But here's that's pretty nice. I mean, this is basically 300 yards shooting into a 3-inch group, more or less, with that Federal Gold Medal match and that 130 grain Burger. It really liked that ammo as well. And there's a Winchester. Again, 2 good shots, pulled one. And that American Gunner, a little bit of stringing there, so I don't know what that's about. And here's another one at 300 yards with that Winchester. I mean, that's about a 3-inch group. So personally, I would call the 6.5 Creed roughly around a 2-inch shooter, about 2 MOA, I'd say, roughly 1.5 to 2. Now, here's some of the targets for the DB10 and 308. And I have to say, guys, this is where it gets a little bit exciting. And I'll go into this a little bit more here in just a minute, but this is the Hornady Black ammo. So that's a little over 2 inches. Federal Gold Medal match, that could have been me. I don't know how to shoot a rifle, but that's still 2 good shots right there. Federal Gold Medal match again, same thing. Fiocchi, 175 grain. It did not like that Fiocchi, guys, at all. And this is my buddy gave me some PPU 150 grain soft point. It was like $12 a box, guys. And the other shot was about basically right over here. So it was about, 2.5 inch group. The next target is going to be the same rifle, this time at 210 yards. And here is that Fiocchi. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looked like a shotgun blast. For whatever the reason, it would not shoot that Fiocchi good at all. It just did not like it. But I did, after really chucking up that rifle into the shoulder and trying to get as much flex out of that stock as possible, I managed to get that group out of it with the Fiocchi. But now look at this. This is 210 yards. This was my first shot. Notice I put "dang it" on here. And then I proceeded to shoot 4 more basically into the diamond. So we got about a 2.5 inch group at 210 yards. I mean, that's pretty dang awesome, guys. That is awesome. And that's using that Hornady Black 168 grain AMAX. I'm definitely going to be getting me a couple more boxes of that stuff just to keep here at the hide for kind of a test load. But it definitely liked that. And then we've got one last one here. This is the 308 at 275. So here's that Hornady Black again. So, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. And there's that Fiocchi. It did not like that Fiocchi. I couldn't really get much on that. And here's some Federal gold medal match with the 168 grain SMKs. Yeah, that's pretty good there. And same load, Federal gold medal match, 168 grain SMK, right in there to about 2.5. So overall, guys, I'm super stoked with the accuracy on this. Let's go back over to the rifles, and we'll finish it up here. All right, guys. One thing we got to take in consideration, like I said, is the price of these rifles, which are on par with about anything I would say that you could get right now. I mean, they've got some great prices on these, and like I said, the functionality, I would give it very high marks. I'm going to go ahead and give it 1.5 points out of 2, just because we had some issues. But I think personally it was the ammo. I do not believe that it was the rifle. The accuracy, I want to say, is really good. I might have expected maybe just a pinch better accuracy out of the Creedmoor. Honestly, it did fine with the trigger that it's got. I mean, it did okay. I bet if you put a trigger upgrade in it and perhaps a little bit better stock, one that wasn't as flexible, you could probably bring those groups in a little bit. Maybe do a little bit of load development or just some more load testing to kind of see what it likes. On the, like I said, the black rifle, the 308, 100% perfect, no issues at all. The one thing I will say, as far as accuracy goes, the stock that this one comes with, the adaptive tactical, if I have to give either of these rifles a ding, I do not like this stock. It is way too flexible for any type of precision work, and I do not like that hex grip. It's got a rubber coating on it, but believe it or not, it's kind of slippery, especially if your hand's sweating or if you've been shooting a while. You cannot really get a very good purchase onto the grip to where you want to be consistent with it as for accuracy. But other than that, I have no issues with either rifle. I mean, I am really impressed. Value, I'd say, would be awesome, full marks. I mean, you can get this rifle for right at about $1,000 online, plus your FFL transfer. This one around the $850 range. I mean, that is a lot of rifle for the money, considering what some of these manufacturers are charging for their 308 version rifles. So I mean, I think Diamondback is doing some really good things. I look forward to hopefully getting to test some other rifles from them and other guns. If they're anything like these guys, I gotta say it's gonna definitely be a win. Which one would I buy? That is tough. That is a tough question. But believe it or not, it may surprise some of you guys. I would probably get the 308. And for me, I reload 308. I keep 308 on hand a lot. So for me, it wouldn't really benefit me none to get one in Creedmoor, because if it's a semi-automatic, you're going to shoot more. And to keep ammo costs down here at the hide, I would probably do that. But honestly, guys, I think you would be primed to get either one of them, and you'd be super happy with either one of them. This has been a great test. Got a lot of data on this. If you guys got any questions on either of these rifles, hit us up on the Facebook page, as it's really easy to get in touch with me there, and I can answer you guys back a little bit quicker than I can on the actual channel page. But definitely hit us up on Patreon. It's greatly appreciated, guys. And if you got anything else, give us a shout. As always, shoot straight. Later.